Here are 5 little known things to negotiate with your general contractor and building owner clients. Let's get right to it. Starting at number 1, and this is in no particular order, but asking your general contractor client for better payment terms. That's right, better payment terms. And what I mean by that exactly is ask your contractor client if you can get paid quicker. So as a subcontractor, and let me speak here personally for a minute. Sometimes our painter subcontractor will come to me and say, hey, Dwight, I know it's going to take me 3 days to get this job done. Can I get paid on Friday? We usually have a 30-day net term on a lot of our contracts with our subcontractors. But if a subcontractor has me and this scope isn't, some absorbent amount, I can absolutely go ahead and get our painter taken care of that first week when he completes the work. Because if he's done on Wednesday, that gives me 1 or 2 days to kind of check out the work, check out his work, and make sure that the paint has cured properly and everything has done well. Now, I wouldn't say every subcontractor can do this, and I definitely wouldn't ask my first time working with a general contractor, hey, can I get paid quicker on this here? I mean, you can, but what's the worst? And actually, what's the worst that they can say is no. So it might start the relationship off bad, so I wouldn't suggest it. Get 1 job in, 2 projects in, and say, hey, Dwight, and then kind of come to your general contractor with that same spill that I just gave here as an example. So ask your general contractor and building owner clients for better payment terms. Another request, number 2, another request that I would have to my general contractor building owner clients is, can you have the material there and stage it on site for me? So as a subcontractor, this helps you out with your cash flow, or even, if you're at a supplier and you've already extended, you've pretty far extended on your credit limit with these suppliers, your general contractor shouldn't have an issue with buying a material and having it staged on site. And sometimes this works even better for me, so I can know that I'm getting the best deal on my material, because I've bought it, I've purchased it. Yes, it's a little bit more work for the general contractor, absolutely. But as a subcontractor, it's almost a dream. Sometimes subcontractors want to supply their own material, and that's fine. There is some benefits to that. Like it shows that you've made more money over the year. So if you had 10 jobs and you've bought the material in all those jobs, at the end of the year, it looks like you've made this X amount because you bought all this material, but you also have to subtract all that out. That's kind of one of those ego things. If you want to see that you made more money at the end of the year, obviously, it's just material, so it's going to come back out on your expenses. But, you can have your general contractor absolutely, though, buy that material, have it staged on site so everything is ready when you get there, and you don't have any liability there. So that's another thing that you can ask. So here's another thing you might want to negotiate with your general contractor is have them write out the scope of work so that you know what you're bidding. Because sometimes as me as a general contractor, I want to do that just so I know that you have all of your, so that I know that at least you understand everything that I want you to do on that job site. But if you're comfortable and you've been in the business long enough, you should be able to absolutely write your own scope of work, turn it into the general contractor, make sure they agree with it, give them a price on it, and that should be perfectly fine and dandy. But if you're starting out, say, hey, what exactly do you want me to do on this job? Can you just write me a list of everything you want me to do so I'll make sure that I include everything you want me to do on this job and it's priced out correctly, so there's no ifs, ands, or buts about what I was supposed to do on this job. So that's a little known fact. Have your general contractor write your scope of work so that you don't miss anything. Coming in at number 4 is ask your general contractor if you can use them as a reference. That's right, a reference. So a lot of times general subcontractors, they don't know that they build credibility based on the last job that they did. And you can always say, hey, if I perform a great job for you on this job, do you mind writing me a reference letter? Or even write me a review on my Google page or my Facebook page. This is a great way to build credibility in your business, is to actually get reviews from past clients. You know what I mean? So, and this is something that you can do from the very outset to kind of, to prep your general contractor for what you want. And, that kind of leaves you on the hook to provide a great job as well, because you just ask this client beforehand if you can get a good review. And if you're confident in your services, which you should be if you're out here doing business and supplying this as a service, you should be confident in being able to provide a great job and then ask for their review on the front end. As long as you provide great quality work, hey, do you mind leaving me a review or writing me a reference letter? That's something you can absolutely negotiate before working with the general contractor or your building owner client. The fifth and final thing that you should negotiate with your general contractor and your building owner clients is ask them for a 2 to 3 week time window, heads up more like it, of when they'll need you on site to start work. Now, people think that general contractors have it all together, but this is not the case, especially not for, a lot of residential contractors. Just ask your general contractor for a 2 to 3 week heads up when they'll need you on site. That way you're prepared. And that way the general contractor makes sure he has everything cleared out the way for you to get started on working as well. And this saves a lot of headache, man. So you don't get a call 2 days before before they need you, like, hey, can I get you out here? And now you've already committed a week to this general contractor and this client, and you don't know what you're going to do. So make sure you're very upfront with your general contractor and tell them, hey, I need 2 week heads up before I can get started on your job.